So today I wanted to show you guys how to use shortcut keys that are really important and uh, that would be really useful for you before you start coding. Okay, so the first time when you open up your VS Code, you may not have your terminal open up. So let's just close this. And there is a possibility that your Explorer, which is the left-hand side panel, it would be closed. Okay. So how do we open that? You can press Control B to open up your side panel, or you can just simply click on this. If you want to wrap your text, you just come to View and go all the way to the bottom, press Word Wrap. That's really helpful because if you're writing a line of code and it goes beyond your screen limit, it becomes a bit difficult for you to scroll sideways, right? So in order to make sure that everything is on the same screen, what works best is that you click on Word Wrap, and Control Shift P would help you open up the command palette. And what that means is that you can search for a command just by typing in the keyword, like let's say copy. You'll highlight the text and then Control Shift P. So this is just an example. You click on copy and put the cursor wherever you want to paste it, and Control Shift P again, and you press paste. There you go. Control P, it would only display a list of all the files that are on your current working directory. Okay, so that's kind of helpful because if you have like a bunch of files, you can just quickly select the one you want to open, and that should open. If you want to open up the shortcut keys of the keyboard, just press Control K and then Control S. And you'll see a list of key bindings that are associated with that particular command. You can change it as well if you just click on it, double click on the key binding, but I wouldn't recommend you doing that as a beginner, because if you change it to an existing binding, then it would overwrite that binding. Now when you press hold the Alt key and you can move that line up or down using the up and down arrow keys. Okay, so if you want to delete a line, instead of highlighting the entire line, just press Control Shift and K. It would delete that line. Control Enter is so if you're at a particular line, let's say over here, and if you want to enter a line in between this one and 25, just press Control Enter. And if you press Control Shift Enter, if you're on this line, if you want to add something on the 23rd line, that would push the current line to the bottom, and then you can write whatever you want on the 24th line. Okay, if you want to comment out a particular line, just press Control /. Why do we comment a line? We comment a line because, like I did over here, or loop, and if you run this Python file, the interpreter is not going to read this. It would skip this line. So this is mainly used for notes. Control G, if you just type the number of the line, that would help you jump to that line. Control G 20, press enter, you'll be on the 20th line. Control D, if you put your cursor on a particular keyword and then press Control D, it would find the next match of the same word on the entire document, and then it would add another cursor right in front of that word. You press Control D again, it will keep adding until it keeps finding that keyword. And that's really helpful when you want to add or make the same change in front of that keyword throughout the document. So if I want to add A, just type A, and would add A in front of all of those keywords. Okay, another way to do that is when you just click wherever you want to click and press Alt. Just press Alt and keep clicking wherever you want to add the cursor to. And when you're done with your changes, just press Escape. Control L would highlight the entire line, the current line. Control Space would trigger a suggestion. So you press it once and then press it twice. It would open up the suggestion box. That's really helpful if you want to read more about what this function does. So if you want to open up two files or multiple files together, just press Control and backslash. If you press it again, it will open up three files. So that's really helpful when you want to work on a back-end file and a front-end file together, or a different file together. So if I click over here and select a different file, and so what I can do is that I can keep typing here and just see the code over here, see another and what you can do is that you can type here and make changes on both the files together. Okay, for file management, just when you press Control N, you can create a new file. Alright, you type whatever you want, press Control S, and save it as, for example, a .py file. And it saves it over here within the same working directory. Okay, Control O would allow you to open up any file from here. Okay, Control plus would zoom in and Control minus would zoom out. When you open up your VS Code for the first time, you may not have your terminal opened up at the bottom. So there are two ways to open it. You can either click on the three dots over here, press New Terminal, okay, or just simply press Control, Shift, and a backtick. That's it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more